If you can, that helps the channel the most. Hey, look, the link is dropped if you want to come up. We got 28 minutes, but I want to ask this question. But feel free to hit the link, ladies, fellas, all that. Questions, comments, and smoke. All right. Now, we've talked about as women age, we had that conversation about what they should or should not be doing. You heard what Chaotic had to say. You need to be tricking, buying drinks, and all that after you get a certain age. Shout out to Chaotic Live. Subscribe to his channel for sure. So, does your age play a factor in if you should be willing to shoot your shot or not? So, if you're getting up there,
no, because there's old men out here.
Can I finish the lead in of the question? Huh? Thanks. Damn, man. I forgot. Jesus Christ. Does your age play a factor in if you should be willing to shoot your shot or not? Obviously, you guys hear it. Men value beauty a lot. Many men value fertility. Men value youth. So if you are looking to be chosen and you're getting a little bit up there, does this factor into your modus operandi about how you go about dating? Should you be considering shoot your shot or not, depending on your age? Go ahead, sis.
From experience, there's a lot of older men out here who happen to be single for some reason, whether divorced or just never been married. And I think there are options out there for even women that are a little older. They may not be young, but they're older.
So I'm going to say when you get older, you're a little bit more seasoned, so your game get better. And you have a better chance and opportunity to be able to bag somebody. So yes, you can shoot your shot. And then you can accept the rejection if you are rejected a little bit better because you're like, I've been there, done that.
Man, what if I told you that men think women age more so like milk and not like wine, though?
Listen, I age like fine wine. You see me? I'm 40. I don't look 40. Thank you.
That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about in terms of what we value.
I'm sorry.
In terms of what we see, stay on par, right? In terms of what we value. Mm-hmm. What if I told you that the things we value as you go up in age decline with women?
Like?
Looks, fertility, youth.
All that.
All that what? Sorry.
Well, I'm speaking for myself. Me, myself personally, I think I'm still aging like fine wine. That's just me.
What if I told you that men believe that women age more like milk than wine, like you guys love to think?
But not to an older man.
Yeah.
If he's always 10 to 20 years older.
First of all, black women age like fine wine.
Let me get Mr. Kev because I'm about to lose it up here, boy.
Black women age good.
Shout out to let me introduce the guest. Goddamn it! Keep drinking that goddamn barefoot you drinking, Mr. Kev'S to the. How you doing?
Hey, hello, Risky. How you doing? Can you hear me loud and clear, sir?
Yeah, we can hear you well. You got a question, comment, or smoke? Because they killing me, Mr. Kev.
I'm listening to this too, man. And look, I like you ladies, but doggone, just say that you have a hard time with getting rejection as you get older. Because here's what happens here. See, you guys actually mentioned it. Men, we've been getting rejected since we were 15, 16 years old. All right. Shout out to Denise, Sophia. And and all the young ladies who rejected me because I had to get better, right, as a man. That you guys actually forced us to improve in order for us to get your attention. In order to get your attention, we have to improve ourselves. So we learned that lesson very early. And this is kind of something I was telling my wife that biology is kind of cruel to women initially because you guys get so much attention and an interest right up front. And then you don't really have to develop it the way men do. So as you get older, then if you're not already, like locked in, linked in, have your husband and all this other stuff where you're not really looking for attention anyway, shout out to Aisha Curry. I think Steph Curry kind of corrected that when she was talking about she needed attention. I don't think she really meant she needed attention, but she was just kind of trying to figure out why she wasn't getting it. Well, she's married. Everybody knows that. But my whole thing is that, um, essentially, it gets, it seems like it gets harder because women get it so much interest right up front that when it gets as you age, then it just gets harder for you. And then you guys were just struggling to get that out and say, yeah, we have trouble, accepting rejection as we get older, because that's really what's happening, right? To some extent, yes.
No, I feel like
What?
as we get older, I feel like women have trouble now. I'm in my 30s. So it's harder now. I feel like if I'm older, say I'm in my 50s and I'm shooting my shot at somebody, I probably done had plenty of relationships, probably a couple marriages. I got kids already. Like, I'm not really looking for anything specific. So me taking rejection from somebody is like, whatever, because maybe I'm at that point in my life where it's like, I'm not really pressed for a relationship or marriage like I would have been earlier on. So taking that rejection from somebody, I'm like, all right, like whatever.
So, Mr. Kevin, how old are you?
I'm 50s, mid 50s.
Okay, so you definitely not, you got married at a younger age, right?
Yeah. Got married at a younger age. Unfortunately, divorced, but remarried. But when I was, so I got married early, right?
Uh-huh.
And I didn't do a whole lot of dating and all the other stuff. I just basically the first woman who said, yes, I'll go on a date with you. Yes, I'll, have a relationship with you. Yes, I'll marry you. Yes, I'll have your kids, all that other stuff. That was it for me. Unfortunately, that didn't work out the way I'd like for it to go. All of that, that being said, I, was, mid 30s, going into 40s. And then I got, met, my now wife. But in between, there was women that I dated.
Right.
That being said, there was no real, it was actually easier as men gets older. As we get older as men, it seems easier for us because we get all that rejection and stuff up front, and we understand what we have to do in order to get women's interest and attention.
And your new wife is younger than you? Your new wife is younger than you?
Yeah, well, my second wife is, yeah.
She's how much younger than you?
About 12 years younger.
Did she come with children, or you had children with her?
Both of us had kids.
But you haven't had any new children with her, right?
No, because, we thought about it, and then we kind of, went past it. But yeah.
I asked that question because if we're going by what Hamp was saying that most men like, of course, y'all like younger women to bear children, right? To make sure that they're fertile, make sure that they're pretty, make sure that they can, still play the part of being the pretty wife, and sustainable wife, because ultimately that's what it is. That's why I asked those questions. You guys did not have any more children because she already had children. So the fertility situation, that was pretty much out. So
no. She was young enough to actually produce more kids. We just
I didn't say she wasn't. I didn't say that. I said she had already had children. So you all made a decision that you weren't going to have any more kids, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what attracted you to your wife, and what was her value to you?
Oh yeah, well she's a lovely lady. Very friendly. She's obviously she's very attractive, right? So that's the first thing. But great personality, very friendly, lovely lady, very intelligent. Very responsible in everything that she does. So, really, I wasn't even looking for another wife. Because I'm like, look, I already got the kids. I already did the whole thing and all this other stuff. And once we get all of that and we get divorced, there's really no real reason to remarry. But if you meet a nice woman and she's doing all the right things and she meets all your requirements, and basically I only had 5. Basically she had to be attractive, intelligent, responsible, compatible, very compatible with me, whatever that is and however that means to me. And then, great personality. And she met all those requirements. She was literally 5 out of 5. She gave me lots of reasons not to, break up and just kind of move on to the next woman. I'm like, well, I'm stopping right here. Oh, by the way, guys, once you get that, just stop where you are. Cause you're not going to, once you get 5 out of 5, you're not going to get any better than that. And I was willing to accept 3 out of 5. And I thought 4 out of 5 was doing good. She hits all 5 points, all 5 of my points. So I'm good. Like I'm not moving.
Question. Ro, were you trying to negate the point about fertility?
Well, no, I was trying to negate the point that every man is going to have a standard, right?
Were you trying to negate the point about fertility?
I was trying to negate the fact of each man has a standard.
Well, because I know that you said that they didn't have kids, so you pinpointed that specifically.
I asked
now, question.
I was going to go down the list.
Question, because I want you guys to finish your conversation, but let me just blow this shit to smithereens. Mr. Kev'S said what though?
Gonna
He had
go
the
down the list.
option. He had the option because of what? She was still young enough to have kids. You understand?
Right. I was gonna go down the
Hold
list.
Put him in the fucking bed. Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here.
All right, my bad, Mr. Kev. Go ahead, finish kicking her ass. Go ahead.
Yeah, hey,